So, with Modern Warfare 2 and ultimately Warzone 2 right around the corner, and Warzone 1 just releasing a new map, which is actually really fucking good, by the way. I definitely recommend you go and check that out. It is actually the gameplay for this video, but if you want to go and play it yourself, obviously Warzone's free to play. Hop on, do whatever. It's brilliant. Honestly, it's probably not as good as Rebirth Island, but honestly, I am really enjoying it so far. This game is about a 7-kill game. It's not absolutely anything mental, but it was a lot of fun to get, and yeah, that's why I thought I'd choose it for this video. Unfortunately, I didn't get my loadout drop, so I was just using like the default weapons with no perks. But hey ho, I did pretty well in the end of the day. So yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy. So to get back on topic, I thought I'd make this video to address what I think will happen over the coming years in regards to Warzone 1, as we kind of see, like, you know, the curtain close, so to speak. And what rumors have been saying about Warzone 2 is that it will be next gen only. So if it's true, which I'm not quite sure if it is, like, I doubt Activision will want to miss out on all that, you know, all that cash revenue. It just means that a lot of Xbox One and PS4 players will have to, you know, look forward to all this that I have come up with over the next few years, because it's not going to be a brilliant few years, if you ask me, for you guys. It's gonna be, you know, pretty shit going into like 2024, 2025. You know, that's kind of when I'm anticipating most of like Warzone 1's support to kind of just like drop out of existence, to be honest. But before I begin, I feel like I kind of have to state that this is just my own thoughts and opinions, and none of it has actually come from Activision themselves or like any other affiliated source. Like, I know Beanox, who's it, Raven, that works on Warzone, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, etc, etc. Nothing's come from them. We've not heard anything about it other than that Warzone 2 exists. So yeah, take this all with a grain of salt. It could be true, it could be not. However, I am a long-term COD player, and my opinions are basically based off like how well they've handled older Call of Duty games, and we can all agree that Activision are a pretty scummy company anyway, so a lot of this stuff could turn out to be true. So I've divided this into 5 phases, and now the first phase I think will be starting end of this year, towards, you know, like Modern Warfare 2's release date and ultimately Warzone 2. But yeah, this phase 1 is basically just going to be how things are now. As Warzone 2 comes out, basically Warzone 1, Jesus Christ, I can't fucking speak. Warzone 1 still gets plenty of updates, plenty of maps, stuff like that. We get a whole new map for Modern Warfare 2, which I'm pretty sure will probably be the same one as Warzone 2. It's getting so confusing with all these numbers, but Warzone 1 will basically just get a lot of the same content just for last gen, basically. We might end up just sticking with Caldera in the end, which would be an absolute fucking nightmare. However, I think the new map might, you know, like kind of alleviate some of those concerns. But yeah, we'll be still getting plenty of updates. The weapons from Modern Warfare 2 will probably try and carry over into Warzone 1. There might be a bit of a reset. Maybe they'll take out Modern Warfare 2019's weapons completely from Warzone, and you know, to just kind of give like the locker, I guess, you know, like stuff to breathe. So we still got Black Ops Cold War, we still got Vanguard, but instead of Modern Warfare 2019, we've got obviously Modern Warfare 2. So this is phase 1. Phase 2 is where it starts to get a bit, you know, shit for you guys. Content starts to dry out, so basically there's not many updates. There's probably going to be a locker clean out, so both Black Ops Cold War and Vanguard's weapons will probably disappear in this time, because they did say that basically Warzone is overloaded, so it makes sense that Warzone 2 will have probably a bit more weapons, a bit more, like, you know, content in the game, and yeah, we'll probably see a full locker clean out there with just the Modern Warfare 2 weapons and get some like new ones or whatever. Maybe they'll keep a few in, maybe like the MP40, the AK-47, the Galil, like stuff like that. It'll probably still be in Warzone. However, there'll be a lot of stuff cleaned out. Maybe it will be like most of the weapons that people don't use, which is surprisingly quite a lot of weapons. Yeah, they'll all get cleaned out of Warzone, and that's my like, you know, prediction, I guess. Maybe in this time there'll be a few little updates here and there. Updates by and large in this period will kind of like cease. Well, I say cease. They'll kind of like, start to slow down, and we'll get maybe like one new map in this time. So I'm predicting like this is end of 2023. Like end of 2023 going into 2024. This is when I predict phase 2 will happen. We'll probably get one new map for Warzone 1, which will probably also be in Warzone 2. Basically, everything starts to slow down a little bit in phase 2. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Phase 3 is a bit more negative because obviously we've had the total locker clear out, which was in phase 2. But in this phase, updates start to slow down like massively. There's no new maps, probably a few just major like updates coming, maybe like 1 or 2 weapons coming in this time. Phase 3 I'm predicting is going to be start of 2024, but updates definitely slow down. There's no new maps being added. Like obviously we got, I can't even remember what it's called, Plunderer's Island? Is it Plunderer's Island? I honestly can't remember what the fuck the new map's called, but yeah, there's no new maps, and there may be like 1 or 2 weapons added from Modern Warfare 2 as we get the DLC weapons. However, this will be going into the start of Treyarch's next game, which I'm going to call Black Ops 5, just for the sake of convenience. But yeah, as Black Ops 5, starts to appear on the horizon, this is when Warzone 2 is probably going to like hit its like slowest point. Like obviously there will still be bug fixes, there'll still be like weapon balancing, stuff like that. However, I do think that the new weapons that they add into the game will be few and far between now. We're going into phase 4, which is the second to last phase. Updates will basically cease in this part of, the cycle. I'm predicting this is going to be after Black Ops 5 comes out. But yeah, there'll be nothing new added to Warzone 1 from Black Ops 5. All that stuff will be going into Warzone 2. But yeah, other than like weapon balancing and a few minor bug fixes maybe. But yeah, this is largely how the game will be when it's, hits its death day, I guess you could say. Largely, this will be the final state of Warzone 1, which is kind of sad, to be honest, because this game, kind of helped us all throughout lockdown. Like, this is pretty much all I was playing. As soon as it came out, it was literally at the start of the pandemic. I'm pretty sure it was March. I'm just going to quickly Google this.
2 very boring minutes later.
Yeah, 10th of March 2020, which was about, I think in the UK it was about 2 weeks before we got locked down. It might have even been less than that. But it literally came out at the perfect time, right at the start of quarantine. And yeah, it's kind of sad to see it slowly fade into obscurity like this, which I am honestly predicting is going to be the most likely outcome for this game, because I highly doubt that they'll just purge every last bit of content from this game and then replace it. I know Activision have been saying, oh yeah, we're going to work on, the two simultaneously. However, Activision said stuff like that in the past with Black Ops Cold War and stuff. But yeah, it just really didn't happen that much. We got new weapons, we got bug fixes, we got stuff added to zombies, like new modes and stuff. However, you can definitely notice a slowdown in content and a reduction in how well that content is made. One exception, I think, to this rule is the 2020 update to, not 2020, 2021 update to Modern Warfare 2019, which had the Psychov pistol, and there was a new, it was either an AR or an LMG, I can't remember what it was, but yeah, basically we got a bit of an update there. However, by and large, Activision tends to abandon its old games, which is a little bit annoying, to be honest with you. But yeah, other than that, this period is going to be when the vast majority of people will leave Warzone, and since it's going to be around the Black Ops 5 release date, I'm anticipating that most people will have bought a next-gen console around then, so it could be alright if any of you guys are thinking of upgrading, or even just upgrading to PC, to be honest with you. You'll probably be fine, because I'm 100% certain that Warzone 2 will be on PC. So yeah, if you've got a decent enough PC to run Warzone 1 and 2, that's pretty fucking good. Or if you're still on Xbox like me, yeah, you've got obviously all your content still over on Xbox Series X and PS5. So yeah, most people in this period are probably going to move over to next gen. However, it's not entirely certain how many people will remain. But now we move on to the final stage, which is probably at the start of 2025, going into Treyarch's probably first year of their content stuff, because from what the rumors have said for Black Ops 5, they said that it's going to have a 2-year development cycle like Modern Warfare 2. So, I say a 2-year development cycle, I mean like a 2-year life cycle. So, most people around this time will have a next-gen console. However, I do think that Warzone's servers will still be up. There might be a few odd people playing. It will be like how Blackout is now, I'm anticipating. Like, if you don't know Blackout nowadays, you can hardly find a match. It's pretty shit, even though Blackout was an absolute banger back in the day. But yeah, this is the final phase of this, kind of like life cycle, I guess, of the death of Warzone. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of like a bleak and depressing kind of video, especially if you love Warzone and like how it got you through quarantine like I did. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video here. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. Make sure you turn on post notifications so you never miss a single video, or alternatively, you can join the Discord server as a link down below. But anyway, this has been QuinntonTV, and I'll see you all in the next one.